Coffee in Israel. A short story by Art Barker. My name is Zev. I was born in the land of milk and honey, the most beautiful land on God's green earth. It is a land so controversial, but I know the truth. This is the land I was born in. This is my home. When I was 4 years old, the land was divided. There were factions that wanted to evacuate the people living in the land. There were factions that wanted to promote equality. There were factions that supported a totalitarian government. My parents and 2 older sisters could not live in this country anymore. The country was divided from many sides, so my family moved to Toronto. Toronto is a city that is so diverse and so complex, it's nothing compared to Israel. However, living in Toronto for 30 years made me feel very alone and very isolated, and I always felt like something was missing. I felt something was missing in my life, and I would always find myself driving in my car and listening to old Israeli music, and I would be crying until the point that one day I decided to play the lottery, and I won. And when I was holding the ticket in my hand, I said I have to leave this country. I have to leave Toronto. I ended up booking the first flight to the Holy Land after 30 years. I'm finally home to the place that I was born, to the place that I can align my identity with. My home, my land. Israel, I remember seeing the streets of Tel Aviv and how crowded it was and how happy people were. I remember going to Bat Yam and everybody's just so happy. One day I saw a store that was abandoned, and I said this would be a perfect store as a coffee shop, so I decided to open up a coffee shop. I called it 2-Minute Coffee, fast. The place was always busy. The place always had people in it. It was a place where I felt peace for the very first time within myself and also in the land. There were people from all over the world. There were Arabs. There were Jews. They were Ashkenazi Jews. There was Moroccan Jews. They were French. There were Spanish. There was everyone from all over the world, and for some reason everybody from all over the world came to my shop to have coffee in Israel. It was October 7, 2023. We heard on the news that young kids were being attacked, that people were being savagely attacked from all parts of the land. We didn't know what to do. We were shocked. They were saying stay in your homes, and I wish that there was something that I could do. However, I was praying that everybody will be safe. But that day was the day that not only made every Israeli stronger. It was the day that united all Israel, because ever since that day, the division of all political movements and all factions was shown the light. The light of what Israel really is, the land of milk and honey. The land where if anything happens, the people stay strong, stronger, and stronger together. The people protect each other, and no matter where you are or who you are, the Am Israel always stays strong one. That night, my coffee shop was packed, and I sat outside with one of my regulars that comes out for coffee quite frequently. We sat outside, had a smoke while drinking the coffee, and said, I'm in Israel, am Israel Chai.